Right, so we're back, and you are here joining me further down the rabbit hole of my midlife crisis, mental health issues, whatever you want to call what the hell whatever this is I'm doing. Okay, we are reviewing more frozen food products from Iceland. I am standing here in a Mega Drive T-shirt, and I believe these are audio is being recorded on this camera. So the further I go away, it's probably going to sound worse. I should probably get a microphone, like a real YouTuber, is what I am with my no subscribers and no viewers. But anyway, my Mandalorian pajama bottoms. So welcome. Right, so what have we got here? I think I might have already said. I can't remember. When I watch the video back, I'll know whether I said or not what we're doing here this morning. It is the morning. It is still technically the morning. It's 20 past 11 on a Sunday. So what we have here is, I've never heard of these before, but these are scotch pies. If anyone ends up watching this video who is Scottish, if you could let me know if this is actually a thing or whether I've been hoodwinked here. But what we've got here is, if you don't know what, by the way, if anyone's watching this who doesn't know what Greggs is a chain of cafes, I suppose you would call it, where you can go and get yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, or a bottle of Coke, and pastry encased meat products, so sausage rolls, things like that, very cheap. You're talking like £1, £2 for something like this in the shop. But they have obviously got a deal with Iceland, which is a UK frozen food retailer, okay, to have their name slapped on products, and it may very well be what they sell in their shop. I don't know. I've never seen these before. Yeah. So cards on the table. I've actually already had these. I was in Iceland a couple of weeks ago, a week or two ago, and they had some of these reduced, like with a yellow sticker on it, with a price reduction, and they were in a freezer with exactly the same thing, but that weren't reduced. And they weren't near their use-by date or expiry date or anything like that. They were actually the same. So I didn't think hard enough, and I bought them, took them home, cooked them, and they were absolutely disgusting. They tasted what I imagine hatred would taste like if it was a foodstuff. Okay? The smell, it smelt like somebody had microwaved dog food. Okay? So I made those, and then I ate them, took one bite, and then they went straight in the bin. Okay? And I was walking through the shop again recently, saw them again, and I just thought to myself, they've slapped their name on it. Like a food scientist in a factory put this together, ate it, and went, that's the thing. I keep looking down at this laptop screen. Sorry, I kept that in the last video as well. Hopefully this video's higher quality as well than the last one. Visually, don't mean content-wise. The content will be garbage. But yes, I just thought to myself, there's no way they put their name on this product. They put their name on it. They made it in a factory. I'm sure they got quality control. They tasted it and went, you know what? That's good. We're happy to have our name on that. Let's slap it in a box and sell it. So I have made the assumption that the ones that I got, given that they were in a freezer with other ones, I'm assuming that they were maybe in a fridge that had gone bad, and they had decided that instead of throwing them in the bin, which they probably should have, that they stick a reduced label on it and sell it to mugs like me. So I decided to give them a second chance and film it for you, whoever you are. So yeah, gonna stick these on an oven for a second, and we're gonna eat these. Now let's have a wee look and see what they actually are. I don't know whether I should move the camera a bit, make things a bit more interesting. Keep looking at this friggin' laptop screen. Yeah, so if you haven't moved, if you haven't turned this video off already, why wouldn't you have? Come on. Then let's get a look at our ingredients. So I'm gonna hold this up here, and this camera's allegedly got autofocus on it. So I'm gonna hold it up there for a split second. And hopefully, come on, can we get a bit of focus here? Come on, do me a solid here. Is it like doing face tracking and it's just not going to play ball with me? Okay, yeah. It must be doing face tracking. Let's move the camera. Should I cut that bit out? Leave a comment. Please leave a comment. I really need validation. Right, is it upside down? Right, oh Christ, it's upside down. Don't know if you can see that. Ah, so it is upside down. I can probably turn the video the way around in a video editor. Oh Christ, this is all backfiring. Tell you what, like it's like story time. Like story time. I'm gonna read the ingredients to you, okay, children? This is terrible. So we've got water, fortified wheat, my favorite kind of wheat. Calcium, calcium carbonate. Beef, 16%. Pork, no percentage beside that, right? Pork lard, sorry. No percentage beside that, right? They've just put a percentage beside the beef, which means they're probably legally required to do that, I'm guessing. We've got pork lard, we've got beef fat, we've got rusk. I think that's just dried bread, crumbs, or something like that. We've got mutton, 2%. 2% mutton. I mean, I don't even know. 2%. A pastry shell filled with seasoned beef and mutton filling. I mean, they make note of the fact that it's got mutton in it, right? But we've definitely got, because the order of ingredients, my understanding is the order of the ingredients coming means there's the quantity that they are in. It's in the UK anyway, although in the EU maybe it is, but we're out of the EU now, so God knows what's in it. So we've got, there's more pork, there's more pork lard and more beef fat, and there's more rusk in it than there is mutton, right? But yet they stick mutton on the front of the box. Okay, right, fair enough. We've got lactose, isolated soy protein, high isolated, salt, starch, inactivated yeast, spice extract, that's vague, potato fiber, ground. Is this interesting? Tell me if this is interesting, okay? Because I'm just gonna carry on reading here. Ground rice, wheat gluten, spices, barley, malt extract, fermented wheat flour. We're getting really low down here now. Fermented wheat flour, and just wheat flour, and then beef from the UK, and mutton is also from the UK, brackets Northern Ireland as well. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, look, I don't think there's too much to explain here. It's a meat pastry in a, meat pastry casing stuffed with meat. Meat pastry. I've said meat pastry an awful lot in this video. So yeah, let's get it in the oven. And yeah, I'll do probably an edit here to an oven tray or something like that. Or well, take it out of the box first and let's have a wee look at it. I think I said I would edit stuff out of the last video, and then I didn't. Because I'm a liar. Right, here we go. Here's what we've got here. They look exactly like they did last time I had them. They look, I don't know what the lighting situation is like here. I do apologize. I'll take this out here. And you can see an empty bottle of Jack Daniels there, and I'm not an alcoholic. That's been in the house for quite some time. I'll move that out of the way though. And I'll move the scissors out of the way. I am professional here. And yes, it is a dehydrator you can see in the corner. But yes, it is. That's what we're looking at here. I mean, it doesn't look nice, but I mean, I suppose loads of things don't look nice until they've been cooked, But yes, that's what we've got. So let's get these on our oven tray. Okay. This is really, there's no ceremony to this. I mean, the editing is just going to be non-existent in this video. Right, I'm going to stop filming now. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to bring the camera up. I've got to tell an awful lot of lies in these videos. I'm going to stop filming. I'm going to show you the ingredients. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm a very dishonest person. Right, okay. Right. Yeah, we'll get it in the oven for, didn't even look at the cooking instructions. We've got, making 40 minutes. 40 minutes? Jesus, they weren't worth it last time. 200 degrees for 40 minutes. Right. See you in 40 minutes, or maybe I'll make you watch me make a cup of coffee. Maybe we'll do that. I'll show you how to make a decent cup of coffee using a hand grinder and an AeroPress. If you don't know what an AeroPress is, you're in for a treat. But anyway, I'm going to stop this video now. Get these things in the oven, alright? And then we'll take a look at them in 40 minutes. Right, okay. Video stopping down here. I keep looking down here. When I see the video playback, I'll see that I'm just looking at a laptop screen the whole time. Leave a comment. You don't like that? I don't know. Right, so we'll call this what, a bonus feature? Like a DVD or a Blu-ray? I mean, if you're of a certain age, you may never have even interacted with one of those before. You're not really interacting with this either. So is it a bonus feature? I don't know. We're going to make a good cup of coffee, and I'm going to show you how. Okay? Now, is it going to be the greatest cup of coffee you've ever had? No. But if you like your coffee, great. And if you don't like coffee, what is it the YouTubers say? Skip to this time in the video here. Pointing fingers. There'll be a number that'll appear like magic. Right, okay. So, here. Right, so this is a coffee grinder. Not an electric one with blades. No, bad. Bad. Now, to be fair, I do have one of those and I do use it sometimes, so I'm a hypocrite. But when I'm feeling saucy, I break out my burr grinder. Right? Why did you do that, mate? You're gonna look like a perfect weirdo. Don't say the P word, you'll get your money. Get your money? You get your video taken down if you use naughty words. But yes, so here. Speaking too shy, speaking too quietly here. Needs to keep the volume up, you know. So yeah, this is a burr grinder. Okay, it's got like a wee cast iron normally bit in here that crushes the coffee beans. You can adjust it up and down. If you know what this stuff is already, you know. Don't look at me like that. There's loads of people who don't know this and who are drinking bad coffee every day. Okay, you can get electric ones as well. The key word you're looking for is a conical burr grinder, and that's how you make good coffee. Okay, now we're using a hand grinder here because I'm feeling, you know, fancy and I need to get a bit of exercise done. So here I'm going to move the camera now. Okay, and I might edit the camera movement out. I might not. Who knows? Who knows what he's going to do? He's unpredictable. He's not unpredictable. He keeps saying he's going to cut stuff out and then doesn't. It's only his second video though, so if you haven't watched the first one, then you know, I don't know. So here we go. Let's move this down here. Let's get it right down here. Let's get it right. Let's try and get a bit of an angle on it. Yeah. Try and get a bit of a focus. Maybe it will focus. Maybe it won't focus. I can't really tell from this wee screen. I also can't tell if I'm talking too fast, by the way. So I know I've got an accent that's hard to understand sometimes. So you know, if you're finding it that I'm speaking too quickly, again, leave a comment if anyone ever sees this ever who's not my mum or my wife. So we're going to dump our coffee in there. I've already adjusted this to my liking, okay? You want a sort of a semi sort of rough grind, okay, when you're making good coffee, especially when you're using the likes of an AeroPress, which I'll show you in a second. So I'm not going to show you me grinding coffee for 10 minutes because it is quite labor intensive. But basically, you hear that? Sounds good, doesn't it? You just do that for about, I don't know, 5 minutes, okay? So, and then you've got your drawer here, you pull that out, and you've got your coffee. Obviously, I've only got a wee bit there so far. You probably can't tell how that is, but it's, you know, it's a fairly fine, but not too fine grind, okay? And remember, I did say you could skip to the time here. I'm pointing again. If you don't want to watch me make coffee, if you're just interested in pies, pie time. Here, this is the pie time right here, where we will consume pie, I think. Unless I'm a liar and I don't put anything on screen, or I just leave this out of the video altogether, which is highly likely. Right, so I have ground my coffee beans. Okay, I'm just going to take this bit off. It falls off. It's a wee bit broken, actually, this thing. Give it a wee tap there just to get any loose bits down into the wee drawer here below. So I'm going to... Oh, God, the drawer's really full. Right, here. Emergency meeting here. Is it too full? Yeah, it is too full. Right, okay. I'm going to have to... Oh, crap. This is all going wrong. I usually only make 1 cup, but I made enough for 2 cups here. So I'm going to have to just... I'm going to have to move the camera here again. And again, maybe I'll cut that out, maybe I won't. Who knows? We're getting a bit of focus here. Good. So we get our coffee, see our drawer full of coffee there. Oh no, we're okay. So actually, I thought there was going to be loads in here. I thought it ground too much, but no, I haven't. So you can see there, we have got a drawer here full of coffee. Color quality on the video is not the best. It's lovely and dark brown. It smells unreal. It smells absolutely amazing. But you get really good quality grind from a burr grinder versus one that's got blades. blades just smash it to powder or give you really inconsistent grind. But yeah, okay. Enough of the coffee education, mate. Sort it out, would you? Get on with it. Get on with what you said you were getting on with. I am getting on with it. Right, okay, so here's the AeroPress, right? If you already know what one of these is, then you know it's a winner. This is it here, right? It's an AeroPress. There, it says AeroPress on the side. Maybe I'll do what the other YouTubers do, and I'll leave a link in the description where you can buy one too. But I won't get any money for it. Because A, I don't know how to do that, and I don't think I would be allowed to. But you should totally get one of these. They ain't cheap, but I mean, they last forever, as far as I can tell, as long as you keep look after them. So basically, you've got this tube here. I'm not going to move it. I'm just going to come down here where the camera is. You've got this filter. This filter goes in to there. This wee bit here. This wee filter goes in here. Screws onto the bottom. Like that. Yeah, right? Good stuff. Yeah. And you get your cup. We're going to use... our PlayStation cup. That's right. Got that from a bargain shop. It was a bargain as well. And then we stick our coffee in here. And I will get a teaspoon for that because it's going to be quite messy. But yeah, we just shovel it in here, as you can see. And this is... it comes with this scoop here. So 1 scoop of this is 1 cup of coffee. But I've already measured out 2 scoops of beans, which to be fair is probably actually more than 2 scoops. But anyway, so we get our coffee into the AeroPress. I mean, you can probably see where this is going. You can probably do the mental math yourself and figure out he's going to put hot water in there, isn't he? You're correct. Yeah. There we go. That's it all in. Right. Let's get our kettle. Go ahead. Already boiled. I have already boiled the kettle. I'll maybe cut out some of these silent bits, you know. Or maybe I won't. You hear the kettle boiling in the background there? Yeah? I am going to cut this out. This video is going to be way too long if I leave all this in. This mightn't even make it in. 40 minutes. Absolute disgrace. Here, move this camera back up. Right, there we go. You like my retro kettle? It's very retro. It doesn't turn itself off. I've nearly burned the house down 3 times now because it doesn't turn itself off. But it looks real nice. Okay. That's our kettle almost boiled. You don't want to use boiling water when you're making coffee. Almost boiled. I think there is an ideal temperature, but you know, I'm not a psychopath. There we go. So I'll put the hot water in. You didn't actually get to see me do that. So there we go. That's our hot water in there. And then we've got a special stir that comes with your AeroPress. And this is designed specifically. I'm really doing an ad here, a proper ad for the AeroPress. This is designed so that it doesn't scratch the inside of your AeroPress because it's really important that you don't scratch it, and I'll show you why in a second. So you can't be using a spoon for this. You'll destroy your AeroPress, right? This thing's made of plastic. A special kind of plastic, obviously, that's very much food safe. So that goes in like that, and then you stir. The recommendation, I believe, is for 10 seconds. I didn't start counting when I put it in, so, you know, I don't know how long it's been in there for. And what we're making here is extremely concentrated coffee. So that's about 10 seconds now, probably, right? Let's get that out of there, right? Then you take this thing. This is basically like a plunger with the rubber bit at the end. This is a rubber plunger. This goes in the top. And then you use pressure. And the pressure forces it through the filter at the bottom. So the coffee is not over extracted or sitting in the grinds for too long, but it does extract the good stuff. Hear that hiss? Maybe you can hear a hiss, I don't know whether that's coming through or not. But you hear a hiss when the air comes out the bottom. And then you've got, the best thing about this is clean up afterwards, right? Now obviously this is a bowl here I'm using. Normally I would just go to the recycling bin, but I really can't be bothered moving the camera. So you just twist the end off, over your bin. Remove the wee cap. There you go. Look, that comes right off. You can see the filter paper there. And then you just pop into the bin and rinse that under the tap. Done. And that's how you use an AeroPress. And I don't think you need to know anything else. And if you watched all of this, okay, thanks, I guess. Yeah. And back to pie. Back to pie. I'm just turning this camera back on here to describe the smell. We're about halfway through cooking time, about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. I suppose it smells exactly the same as it did last time when I thought that I was when I assumed I was eating a product that had gone bad. But it smells exactly the same. It smells like fat. Now, that's not surprising given that the ingredients were like, where are we here? You know, after beef, 16%, it said pork lard and beef fat. But it smells, it's difficult to describe. I don't know whether you've eaten, like, if you've ever been at a time in your life, or if you're in that time in your life now, maybe where you've had to purchase really, really, really cheap foodstuffs, like not just the value sausages, the ones that are below the value sausages, like super value meat, where it just smells like low grade fat. That's what it smells like. It's all I'm smelling. It doesn't smell good. It smells like I've smelled beef dripping, which is basically beef lard, and it smells quite nice. I mean, you know, if you like that kind of thing. It smells of misery. It smells. If I had to describe it as a feeling, it just smells miserable. It's just awful. It smells disgusting. Absolutely vile. Like, I'm gonna have to open all the windows after this is cooked. But maybe it's gonna taste good. I mean, maybe it will taste a lot better than it did the first time. It's like the first time, I just assumed that it was an expired food product. It tasted so bad. So I'm assuming that this time it's maybe not gonna taste like that. But it definitely smells like it. It is disgusting. It does smell like grief. If grief had a smell, this is what grief would smell like. It's disgusting. Right, so I'm going to stop the video now again. We'll come back here whenever it's time to eat it. Oh, God. Right, so we are done. That is 40 minutes, 200 degrees, and I've turned the oven off already, just there now. So we'll go and we'll take it out of the oven and see how these look. I've already said, though, it smells absolutely awful. It smells like your kitchen the day after you made a bunch of fried food. Right, okay. So I'll get a cork mat for this. Hold on, let's get a mat. Still hissing away here and sizzling away. I don't know whether that'll be picked up on the microphone. I've got like a noise cancellation thing turned on there. Don't know whether you can hear that. Let's see if we can get a real. Yeah, you're not going to hear that. I don't think you're going to hear that at all. If I bring it close to the microphone, maybe it'll pick it up. It probably won't. Oh. Anyway, yeah, okay. Well, you can get a good look at it now. So there. Oh, no. We'll get a good look at it now. There we go. Get a bit of focus there. So, they don't look nice at all. They do look exactly the same as they did last time I had them. So I'm not holding out much hope here. So I'm just noticing here that I'm editing the video here, by the way. Hello from the future. That's what YouTubers say. Hello from the future. It's me from the future. I'm here editing the video. And does it look like somebody's gouged the eyes out of a minion and cooked them? That's what it looks like. Anyway, back to the video. They just don't look. They look kind of sad, actually. They look kind of sad. But maybe they'll taste okay. You never know. We never know. I could have been wrong. I could have just got a bad batch last time, or we never know. Right, okay. So, I'm going to let these cool for 5 minutes before we do anything. So I'm going to stop this now, and then we'll come back to them when they're cool. Right, so we're back here. I'm not looking forward to this. It looks disgusting. It smells disgusting. Everything about this looks like that's not boding well for me. Here I've got two cameras set up here. So if I hit this button here, hopefully it'll cut to. Here we go. Okay. Look at that swish, back and forward we go. Look at this. Oh my god, he's like a professional. Whatever the hell this is. So yeah, right there it is. Enough time has passed here, so it's nice and cool. Not cold like, but it's still warm. So yeah, let's cut into it and see what's going on. So this pastry, rock hard, rock hard. There we go. Get in there. Oh, rim. Right, okay, there it is. There is our pastry there, and then there is our meat puck on the inside there. It smells awful. It smells absolutely awful. I was going to say it smells like dog food, but actually, no. It smells worse than dog food. I've smelled dog food, and that, smells all right in comparison to this. Right, have a bit of the pastry here. Yeah, there's a dog in the background. Hey, Miles. Oh, we've run off. Camera shy. No. No. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, it's really soaked in. It's soaked in fat. Salt. Very. Yeah. It's like eating a piece of cardboard that's like had fat drenched on it. A wee bit of salt sprinkled on it. It's awful. Yeah, absolutely awful. It doesn't taste like food that's meant for a person. That's the best way I can describe it. It tastes like, if you've ever looked at something for a dog or a cat, and like me, you've wondered, oh, I wonder what that tastes like. This probably tastes worse. I'll try a bit of the meat. That's what we'll call it here. But we'll go back here to the plate. Oh, God, I'll scrape this out. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, so you can probably guess or tell from my demeanor here. It tastes exactly the same as when I thought it was expired or had gone rotten. So let's try this. Right. Oh. Very salty. Very salty. That seems to be the tried to obviously mask a lot of the fat. No, that is not a pleasant thing. Although I'm going to eat some more of it here. No. No, absolutely not. No, I'm not any more of that. That is horrific. That is horrific. Oh. Right. Let's gather our thoughts here. Come on. Right, okay. What have we got here? So this is it. Greg's Scotch pies, exclusive to Iceland, made in Scotland apparently. Absolutely disgusting. It tastes like misery. It tastes like somebody took a bowl of cat food and microwaved it, or worse than that. I mean, I don't know. People are quite fussy about what to feed their pets. That was £3. £3 for two of those. Not worth 50p. Absolutely disgusting. It tastes like human misery. It tastes like somebody has ground up a pig's rectum and jammed it into a pastry case and just thought, I don't know, food? Do you know at the end of Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark? That's the one. And they're all at the end of it, and then they open up the ark, and all the ghosts come out and they melt. They all melt. I imagine that whatever was left after they all melted, if you scraped all that up and stuck it in a pastry case and stuck it in an oven, it would probably taste a lot like this. Uh, right, so that's that. That is filled now with regret. Uh, but if you see this and you've walked past these, or maybe you thought they were delicious, maybe you're a masochist. I don't know. Um, yeah, leave a comment if you thought these were good. Obviously, you have to live in the UK, you know, and have access to an Iceland. I don't know whether that's a positive thing or not. Having access to an Iceland, as somebody who obviously shops there a lot, just because it's for convenience purposes. But yeah, absolutely disgusting. No, 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 no. Yeah, ugh. No, no, never again. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. You proud of me now, Mum? No.